Alright. Well, this is not going to work, but this is how it's going to work. How you doing, Salsa? Everyone loves seeing Salsa. This is good old Salsa Dog. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. We are off to the post office. Watch out, pup. So, we're heading out. Right now, I got to go to the metal yard and finally take some of this metal I had in my, well, by my garage. I'd also like to mention, I know I showed this off in a couple videos. I don't know what this is. This isn't dirt. It doesn't rub off. I don't know if it's rust or what, but with water and well, maybe I'll try some scum residue. I know it's in the background, some videos. It kind of doesn't look great. Some people say just wash it off. Well, it doesn't wash off. But we are heading off, well, we're going to be heading off to the scrapyard, post office. I want to also go through some more boxes and bins. With flea market season really pretty much knocking on the door, it'd be nice to kind of just say, all right, this stuff is flea market, this has to go on eBay or whatever it is. And that one pile should be, I wouldn't say almost done today, but it should definitely be shrunken, or shrank, should I say. But we have to go to the metal yard. I still got to think about those chairs. Oh, that's all. No, that's probably rusted away. I can see. So the bomb chair is good. That one's not. It's all bubbled. I don't know if it's bubbled because the metal is rusted out or it's a bubble because the paint. I don't know. I also don't know if I really have space to be saving that stuff. We have to go to the metal yard, and I gotta get rid of these screens because these have driven me nuts. I look at these almost every day. They've been outside my garage, and I gotta get taken in. With the nicer weather approaching this week, I know this video is coming out midweek, but still early week. I was probably gonna spend some money and get some things done that I've wanted to get done. I know tax season's coming upon us, and unfortunately, my tax structure is a little bit different than most people with how I pay it. I don't get a tax refund. I just simply pay my taxes. It's different for self-employment as it is if you work a 9 to 5. So some people know that, some people don't. I don't really get too involved with it because it's just really confusing, and then everyone kind of argues and says what they want to say, and I'm just not into that. So I just kind of avoid it. But yeah, I got to pay a lot of money probably next month, and I know if I don't get some stuff done now, I'm not going to get done during the summer, so I'm trying to get ahead of myself here. So we are cleaning up right now. I'm going to go ahead and take these off and then take this fan in. I don't know if he would give me, he might even give me dirty motor price if I don't take these off. I don't think so, but it makes it easier also for, I don't know what you'd call it, pricing, not pricing, inventory management for the scrapyard. I also don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. My neighbor was throwing it out. It's got a fan in it, so I'm going to assume it's probably just metal. The outside kind of looks like it might be plastic. Yeah, there's your fan. I don't know what it went to, but it's going to the scrapyard. Okay, so I took the fan apart. That took probably 20 seconds. Probably one of the easiest times I've ever done that. Quickest times I've ever done that. It's actually supposed to be a brass tube that's supposed to run inside here. I don't know how I'm going to get that out, but we can try. Then the rest of this is actually aluminum. Find my safety glasses. This would be so much nicer if I just had a working tool bench, which I could probably use that at some point, but I have all these other bins here. Always something, you know? So hopefully this blade's sharp enough. And just like magic, we have clean aluminum here. I'm gonna see if I want to try to figure out how to knock. I could probably just unclip that. Maybe that brass piece will come out. This, I think, is just plastic. I know one of them doesn't have anything in it, I believe. So that'll probably just be tossed. We got some clean aluminum. It's not too shabby. This is also my first ever lithium-ion battery that no longer holds a charge and also does not charge. So I put an X on it so I remember that. I can recycle these at the scrapyard. They have a bin that you throw batteries in. So if you're someone who's trying to get rid of batteries and you hear about all the horror stories of throwing them in your garbage and garbage trucks catching on fire, check out your local scrapyard, because this one's going to get recycled. I'm not going to forget that, because as you guys see, I have batteries everywhere. Another one up here. I try to remember which ones have to get charged and which ones are charged. If some way I can ever organize this, maybe sometime this week when it's a little bit nicer out, that'll be a project. What the heck is all this? Whose garbage cans are these? I don't know why I'm going this way. I'll move those garbage cans. This is, I feel like that's kind of dangerous. I don't know if they're scooting over or what. I feel like this is also a way you get robbed. But STOCKERTOWN, Pennsylvania is a little bit different. I don't know whose trash cans these are. There's a blue can over there. I think that's this person's. Lay this down. This is, I don't know whose recycling can that is. I don't know whose recycling can that is. Seems like it's in a good place. I also decided to go down this way because I thought there'd be garbage down here, but unfortunately I realized also that those cans were empty, which means the garbage has been picked up. I feel like I'm getting dumber by the day, but smarter by the day. This person just drove right through this. I guess I'm the garbage person. Probably should get the other can right. That would be pretty dumb to take one can, not the other. These people have the garage door open. There's a trash can out there. I don't know whose trash can that is. Ooh, we got some school buses. Oh, go around this vehicle. Either it's a day at the, no, they have desks in there, like old school desks. Pretty cool. All these people with these fancy jackets on, but I don't think they work for the scrapyard. Wow, it is dusty. Now, of course, the dust goes away. The storm. That's pretty cool. I mean, they're scrapping a school bus. I don't know if there's anything wrong with it. There's two scrapyards that I kind of follow on social media. The one guy, whenever they take in a scrap, or whenever somebody scraps a school bus, he actually takes out the engine, because a lot of them are they Detroit diesel? They're usually diesel engines. I think they are Detroit. I don't know off the top of my head, but I know they're diesel engines. They must drive all right. Is he going to just drive right on the scale? Maybe. That's what it looks like. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. Just scrapping school buses. And you know what the crazy thing about it is, it's literally gonna get scrapped. Like, they're not saving it, they're not gonna really do anything with it. They might take out the engine, but it's gonna get scrapped. I know people like to bust my chops about scrapping certain things and saving other things and not donating, or donating and not selling. It would be very tough for me to own a scrapyard and not save a lot of things. Let me just put it that way. I'm slowly adding more dents into the back of my van. That's smart. I think I really did just dent it right there. I gotta love it. I love a work vehicle. So I don't get paid for that. In case you guys are wondering if you get paid to recycle those batteries, I do not. If I ever find them somewhere, I would take them in and just recycle them accordingly. So I'm a huge fan of upcycling. This is what I have. So I got those aluminum screens, which they give me clean aluminum for. I have a fan, which is a motor, and this is all my die cast, which really doesn't pay a lot. It's more about just making space. These screens also don't weigh anything, so I mean, this is probably not even going to be like $10. It's kind of embarrassing to bring it over here. Meanwhile, other people bring over, you know, $1,500 or $2,000 worth at one shot. And you got me over here with like $8 worth of stuff. Just make one last check to see if this is... Yep, that's good. And I think there's one piece of... Yeah, this guy. That's aluminum extrusion. Alright, we're set with that. It's Christmas lights, and these are batteries. Wonder where they're going with those buses. Do I have any purpose for a school bus? No, I do not. Not at all. I'm not rebuilding a school bus. I'm not making a house out of it. It has been something that has never been any thought and consideration in my mind. Although I know it's kind of cool to do. Probably would get a lot of views on YouTube. I'm just not... I don't know. I'd like to have like a tiny house, but building something out of a school bus, probably not. I would say also that light iron pile over here, it looks very, very small. So I think scrap price must be changing. I know copper was up. I don't know if they adjusted prices here, but I know copper was trending upwards. Same with gold. Has anyone seen what gold did over the last like 5 days or a week? Insane amount. Wow, that wind was rough. Just trying to get on the outscale, the weight of my van was just fluctuating over the course of 120 pounds. So if you bring 100 pounds in, and that number is fluctuating 120 pounds when it shouldn't fluctuate at all, you essentially could be like dropping off 100 pounds of metal, and then for some reason they say, oh, you added 20 pounds of metal onto your van. But they do it right here. So they got me at, wouldn't be the lowest number, but pretty close to the lowest number. So I brought in 120 pounds of scrap. That's what they counted me as, which I don't think I had that much. I might have had like 80 pounds or 90 pounds, but they always kind of give you the benefit of a doubt. So I got paid essentially for maybe weight that I didn't have, which to them is only about $1 or $1.50. But in terms of my other metal that I brought in, the die cast, the motor, the aluminum screens, I got $8.20 for all of that. So not a whole lot. That the fan was $2.20 for that fan motor. That's what you get for scrap. So if you're ever thinking, hey, look, I want to scrap one of these, let me drive to the scrap yard, maybe it's best to just make a pile and call your local friendly scrap guy, because I don't know if it's really worth it driving here if that's all you're going to drop off and all you're going to get is $2.20. But that's what we got. All right, well, I made it home, and I got this awesome package from Julie. She's from across the pond in the United Kingdom, and I just got around to opening it. I did receive it, I think, 2 weeks ago. I know kind of why the reason why I kind of got rid of mail day separately was because I'm awful with opening up packages on time. But she sent some really, really cool gifts here, and I really appreciate this. Like I said, it came from across the pond over in the UK. When I look at the analytics of YouTube, I do get a handful of percentages from the United Kingdom in terms of viewership. So it's truly amazing that YouTube goes all over the world. And I greatly appreciate all the wonderful gifts here. A lot of really, really cool stuff. So thank you, Julie, for these awesome gifts. I don't have this one, a part of my collection. Nesquik Choco Waves. I was about to say I'd never seen this, but that's because it says new. So it must have been a new thing. For a second, I was like, is that how you spell Nesquik? But I think we spell it the same way. It's not altered in any... I think it's just a different font here in America for Nesquik. Might be the same font. But Choco Waves. I wonder if this tastes exactly the same. Most likely doesn't. Usually whenever I get anything that's so international, it usually doesn't taste exactly the same. I know chocolate from the United Kingdom tastes a little bit different. But there's some really cool items here. A really cool snapback hat here. I thought this was pretty funny. Santa's Flight School, and it has antlers on it. Got some sports cards as well. So Julie, thanks for sending me the package. It did arrive. I just went ahead and opened it. Unfortunately, I was going to open it a couple weeks ago, and I kind of put it on the pile, so I apologize for opening up a little late. But thank you, Julie, for that. It's greatly appreciated. If anyone wants to send anything, my P.O. box is in the description below, so all you have to do is copy and paste if you want to. And like I said with my other videos, I will go ahead and address it in a future video, whether it be a trash picking, a daily vlog, a thrift store, whatever it might be. But Julie, thank you for an awesome package. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, well, I did some tree work the other day and scooped up all the branches that fell, but it seems like a couple more branches have fallen down. A branch there. There's another branch on the corner over here. Look at how many geese are out here. A handful of them. I never got across and did the other side, but they're just drifting around. There's a duck over there. That tree is still dropping a bunch of branches also. Kind of dangerous to work underneath it on a day like today. Looks like I got some yard work to do. Wow. That came from right there. I don't know how that didn't fall on the roof. Just fell straight down this way. That window's been busted out, so that's not an issue. Well, I mean, it's not an issue now, but it's an issue. Wow. There's more branches. This windstorm we have is just remarkable. I guess once we get these warmer, drier days, I think I'm going to sit down and might have to take a day of just going around picking up branches. Last July, we had a major storm, and it really eroded away the sides. These pipes were not exposed previous to like last July. That's incredible. I don't even know what to do with that. It just keeps getting wider and wider. I'm not in the erosion department, and I'm not in the retired department. So I don't know. I'll probably just stay there while I do other things. All right, well, made it into the warehouse. This is now a mixture of Leesport and my flea market. I will probably not make another run to Columbus, unfortunately, this year. It's just the amount of time it takes to drive there, then usually staying a couple extra hours because it seems to be a market that lasts a little bit longer. It just doesn't seem feasible with the amount of inventory or quality of inventory I'll get for the, I don't know, the unforeseen future. As opposed to Leesport, which is a very competitive market and about an hour and a half closer. But I guess we'll kind of, try to work on some of this pile in here. That way I know if I can put it somewhere else. Planning on buying some storage units, at least bidding on some. Buying and bidding is two different words. So hopefully we can get some of this stuff out. It's Tupperware. Like this. No reason to save these lids for newer Rubbermaid and Ziploc containers. But these guys are kind of cool looking. As long as they have the lids, I'll keep them. This is just dirty. Put that over there. The last time I sold at Columbus, I did sell, I think, 2 pieces of Tupperware. I had maybe 5 or 6 pieces out, but only 2 sold. Looks like old books down there. That might just be what I call trash novels. Do I think this stuff will sell? No, but maybe some NASCAR person will come along and I want to buy a bunch of it. This is moldy. Display cases for someone who might not even be in business anymore. It's an autograph of someone addressed to Anna, or whoever drove the Kleenex racing car. This might be a poster. So this stuff will all just go to my flea markets. NASCAR in my area is a little bit more popular than some other areas, at least with selling memorabilia. It's not the most desired sport right now, but it's still kind of hanging along in Appalachia, if that's what you like to call it, around here. That's a candle. It's our autograph by Dion something or other. I don't think they're worth a whole lot. I actually had a Dale Earnhardt signed thing without the certificate of authenticity. Without the COA. I ended up getting, I think, like $14 for a Dale Earnhardt autograph. So that's kind of difference. These are like moldy. I don't know why I put these scissors aside, but I might have to look them up. Kind of neat. They're made by Wiss out of Newark, but they kind of have a pattern cut to them, like a zigzag cut. I don't know what kind of bug that is. What the heck is this? Cables for something. Do you think any of these remotes are still worth anything? Vintage remotes, not new remotes. Somebody's got to be looking for a remote out there that goes to that. So that's got to be an eBay piece. That's way too specific for the flea market. That one's missing the back, but if you're looking for that, this is Megatron. I'm sure there's really not that many left in the world. If you have an own one, you might need that. It's a good flea market box. This is pretty neat. I'm going to keep this one, at least for the market. I guess it's a lampshade. Correct me if I'm wrong. But someone had marked $3 on it. It's a little bit different and unique. Alright, we'll have to go over there. Some more of these bells. This one says Florida, but it's missing the bell part. Oh, no, it's in there. It's kind of neat. It's kind of nice. It's marked C7606. So that might be it for this box. I open up this box. Some of the stuff is fairly nice. Some of the stuff is just probably trash. But this is Easter, and I realized the market opens up, I think, the week after Easter. So it's going to be impossible to sell this stuff. I don't know, maybe somebody will buy that at Lambertville. I'm kind of getting screwed out of timing here. And this usually happens, is like Easter usually falls within like the following week that the flea market opens, or it opens up a week after Easter. And I've always said Easter is the hardest major holiday to sell. Between Easter, Halloween, and Christmas, you can probably throw Thanksgiving in there also. But Easter is probably the hardest one to sell. I think it's more about the timing, but I'm going to put this aside because I'm going to maybe sell at Lambertville this week and there's a time to sell it, it's going to be just styrofoam. It's crazy. If you go to Hobby Lobby, this stuff is probably like $3 for this thing, if not $5. Easter, $2. The coffee cup. Made in China. You know what? Maybe I'll make a box up for donations, and then they can sell it, and someone else can kind of enjoy it. Just put it in there. That's probably smarter, right? Rather than throw away stuff. I mean, if it's quality stuff like that, that somebody might give a thrift store some money. Not just a plate. Like something like this, I'm not going to be able to sell that. As much as you think I could, I'd rather just donate it rather than... What kind of droppings are those? On that wall. Looks like blood splatter. Rather than me throw it out in 4 weeks, I might as well donate it and hopefully they can sell it. And then that money can go to someone else, and then someone else can also enjoy it. Because I can't keep this stuff forever. As you guys see, I have enough stuff. So these must be a matching set between the two. This thing sounds like it's broke. Oh, that's just the Teapot. 1991 Taiwan. Maybe somebody collects teapots out there. Put it onto the pile. Repairing boxes. Oh, that didn't work. I have a feeling that's not going to stick. Now we have a nice flat. One thing that's always good to do is kind of go through all this kind of stuff. This one has all their like social security numbers and everything else on that, so I'll shred any of that, but the other stuff will just get recycled. But it's from, I think, 1999 or 2001 or somewhere in that time period, but it was at the bottom of this box. So, you know, it's important to go through this stuff because I'd hate for, you know, maybe it end up in the wrong hands. You know? It's got all sorts of court documents. I don't know how it ended up in there, but it was at the bottom of this box. The things you find in your abandoned storage locker, I guess. Just a piece of fabric. A couple tins. I do remember there was like 4 or 5 boxes of tins. I can't remember what I did with them. They might be on that big pile over there because I don't even know what's in the back of that. But I do remember putting aside all the tins that I thought would actually sell and then getting rid of all the other ones. So this one's like a bicentennial one, and this one's for M&Ms. So maybe a bicentennial collector will pick that up, or somebody who likes M&Ms. Digging through this box right here, I found some pretty cool things. These are the reproduction, but they're mini trays. You don't often see them. So you got Dr. Pepper, you got Coca-Cola, you have Pepsi Cola, and then what looks like another Coca-Cola. So sort of cool. I mean, you don't ever see the mini trays. You see them the larger style. So that's different. There's also a lot of oddball playing cards, which is probably going to be thrown out. It's a retro Uno. I don't know if these two things are worth any money, but it's older. I think this is this is for a Polaroid. So I think it's older film, but this says flash bar too, so maybe it's not. No, this is for flashes. And then this might be, yeah, this says color print film. So quick search on that. We'll find out if it's worth anything. Another one of those. Okay, so this will go on to the pile to go down to the house. I think it's worth putting up online. I don't know if 2 of these will sell very well, but maybe I'll get like 15, 20 bucks. The camera, when I quickly did the eBay search on my phone, which is never great if anyone's ever tried it, the camera, I can't find the camera with the box. So that might be worth something. So that was in that box, but that's going to wrap it up here for today's video. It's already getting kind of late. It's already 4 o'clock here, and I still have to sit down and edit tomorrow's video. So as much as I would like to keep going, we did make even more of a leeway. I also kind of don't have space. I have to get my other trash can that's empty, and then also get another recycling can because, well, the trash can's full and the recycling can's full. So yeah, I added probably 4 or 5 boxes now, so we're still getting there. We're still getting there. It's almost like I just move it from this pile to that pile, so it's got to go eventually. But it's been fun. Thanks for tagging along for another episode, everyone. Getting closer and closer to start of flea market season, and I can't wait. So thanks for tagging along, everyone. If you guys enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe down below for more treasure hunts, more adventures, more daily vlogs. Catch you guys next time for next adventure. Until next time, have a great day. Keep living a dream. Peace.